So here we'll build up the dashboard. Okay, build up the dashboard here. I will call this customer complaint dashboard. Okay, dashboard one right here. um and we can start by choosing the size. Okay, so we have different sizes. It depends on the size that you feel like choosing. But right here, what I'm going to use here, I'm going to use something automatic. So I'm not gonna use it a fixed range or whatsoever. I'm gonna use something dynamic, so which way it depends on. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is just to give or put something in there like a blank, right? So I'm putting the a blank inside, and I'm going to choose, and my blank is going to contain everything all together, like the title, the and all of the the visual that we have built up, right? So the next thing I'm gonna create a title up here, but before I do so, I'm going to give like a color to my dashboard. So dashboard, we can format the dashboard here, like the shading to my dashboard. Let's try something like this. This will not be bad because I want to do something very simple, right? So this should be fine. Okay, this shading, let's keep this shading, and again, this is, you can choose whichever shading that you want to. I think I'm fine with this, so I'm going to keep this right here. The next thing I'm gonna do is to choose a title to my dashboard. So I'm going to put here um, show dashboard title. So when you click up here, it's going to show the title to the dashboard. So I can just give a title to my dashboard here, and I'm going to call this customer complaint dashboard. Okay, customers complaint uh, dashboard. Okay, customers complaint dashboard. All right, and we can actually change the color of this one. I can make it say maybe black. I'm not sure if that will work fine anyway. Yes, so I can choose something like that, something like say, let me choose something red. Okay, make it tableau bold. 18 is kind of little. Let me choose like 20, and then I'm going to make it center. Okay, you can apply this customer complaint dashboard. That's amazing. Okay, so we keep it that way. Next thing we want to do, we have the KPIs. Okay, the next thing we want to set up here is the KPIs. Okay, we have this first KPI here, 1 2 3 4, and then we have this right here. Okay, so we have 4 KPI that we want to set up. Okay, and the gauge, right? So I'm going to add here and a horizontal, actually not a vertical line but a horizontal line. When I do so, it's just to have all these KPIs in there. So I'm going to add up here a vertical, yeah, horizontal line, and in my horizontal is just to put my KPI. So I'm going to pick up my first KPI here and put them inside, and I'm going to, again, we do not need the KPI, we can hide this, right? Title, we can hide this. Okay, so we keep this one right here, and then I'm going to pick up the second KPI right here and then put it somewhere here. Cool. And again, the title, we can hide the title. We do not want to see the title here. It's just a KPI. Okay, we can just hide the KPI. The next thing I'm gonna do is just to make this this kind of bigger. Okay, so we can make it way smaller. Right, let's reduce it. Yeah, this is good right here. It's not bad. Of course, I want to make it center, but because before I do so, I want to bring in here my gauge. So the gauge, we can pick up the gauge right here. The gauge is right here. Okay, I want to drop them here. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is just we don't want to see the title, we can hide it. And the next thing we want to do is, first of all, to floating. That's good. So this right here, we do not, we can hide this. Okay, we don't want to see this right here. Again, the measure name is not something we want to see. We can, okay, so this is floating here. We can, oh no, so we can actually move this right here because this is floating, so we can play with it. bring it right here, somewhere around here, and then make it kind of bigger to size this one right here. Okay, great. And again, I want to make this bigger to fit in here. Okay, cool. Let's see again. Let's see again. The space. There's some space in here that we want to make sure they fit correctly. Yeah, this is cool. I think this is fine. Clearly, you can see the separator, right? Let's see. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay, so that's what we have here. And again, if I make it kind of reduce size, that should be fine here. Yeah, this is cool. The dashboard. So the next thing I'm gonna do is just to put in the my bar graph. Okay, now before I even do so, right, I want to create I want my dashboard to have, so we have like in total we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, we have 4 actually visual that we want to show up here, and I want to make sure I have 2 at the top and then 2 at the bottom. So the best thing to do this is to create 2 horizontal line, right? I want to put one here, okay, and then I want to put one at the bottom right here. I want to put one here and one here. So this is fine, so we can keep this right easy, right? And the next thing I'm gonna do is just to put my yearly data here, okay, and bring the complaint here. Actually, do I use, no, I don't want to have 2 bar graph at the same time, so we can put this right here. Okay, we can drop this one right here, and again, this we do not need this. We can close this. Yeah, we can close this. Do the same as well. I mean, we will not, we will definitely need this one, right? We definitely need the parameter. It's something that we need somewhere at the top here. So if I want to, the parameter, actually, you know what, let me close this. I'll bring it back. Okay, we will need it. Definitely we do need the parameter, we do need the group, but for now let's just, okay, let's just close this. And all right, so the next thing we want to do here is to use the complaint, put it right here, and the map, setwise map, put it right here, somewhere here. Okay, great. So we do not need this, we can close this. The next thing is this, let me see. Yeah, the complaint number, we can close this window as well. Again, the title, okay, we can hide this. Yearly complaint, we need this. Okay, the trend, we do need it. Complaint medium, citywise complaint, this is fine. We need the title, we can keep them as they are. Here we can close this window, and here as well we can close this, the product parameter. And again, like I was saying, right, I could make this floating and put this somewhere here. I will come back to it anyway. Okay, we'll get back to this. Okay, we'll get back to this. All right, so the next thing you want to do here is just to make some readjustment. Again, this window needs to be closed. Oh, great. So this is amazing. This looks kind of great. Now, what we want to do here is to make some readjustment. Okay, you know, the space that we have between these two is kind of, it's cool, it's not bad, right? But I want to have, like the first, this bar graph at the bottom of this one, right, at the top of this one. And then I want to have this right here, my area chart at the bottom of this. So these lines should be, right at the bottom of another line, just like this one. So the best thing to do this is just to kind of squeeze this one right here on the left side, and I'm gonna have this space. Okay, so over here I'm going to add, some little cosmetic, right? Clearly you can see when you look at the gauge that we created here, there is a line between, there is a line in there, inside it, that is not kind of good looking, right? When you look as regard to the gauge here. So we do have some lines in there, right, that is separating, like, like horizontal line. We do have like 2 horizontal line, one at the top and then one at the bottom, and we may want to remove the line. Again, the gauge is kind of smaller, right? So when I look at the bank account side, right, it's kind of smaller, we may want to make it longer, okay? And when you look at the loan, it's too little, we want to make it, kind of bigger. So we can readjust this and make it much more, much more better. To do so, we can just go back to the visualization. First of all, I can just right click here and change the size. And to change the size, very simple. You can just go to quick calculation and just use percent of total. That's what we've been using. It's going to make this bigger, and then when you go back to the dashboard, you will see it has automatically readjusted here, and then you see we have something way better, right? The next thing that we need to readjust again is just to remove the lines here. Okay, the line that we have here is not something I want to keep, so I can just go to surely this and then change all the lines and everything like this. So we can right click here, format. So when you go to format the line, I want to remove all these the vertical lines. Okay, we have two vertical lines up and down that I want to get rid of. So if you can remove these, that would be amazing. You go to the line here, and then what I want to remove here is the not the columns but the rows. Okay, and the rows are here, and then the line here, I want to get rid of the line, the row divider or whatever. So the column divider as well, I want to get rid of. So we can go to pane and put none here, none here, and then you see they disappear here. So if I go back to my dashboard here, you will see it's been well taken care of, and now the dashboard is kind of, is better, is well looking. So we do have some vertical line again, so we can go back again to the gauge again, go here, the pane is none. Okay, the header here, and say none, right? And we can go back to, this is column, we can go to the column again and say here we do not want the pane, we don't want to remove the pane. Okay, and so we can keep it at ease. I think it's not bad, it's way better right here. And again, if we feel like these lines should be taken care of, we could do that, right? It's just some little cosmetic that could actually be well taken care of. And next thing I'm gonna do is just to separate bank account from credit card and all of that. Okay, we want to put a separator, and clearly you can see here we do have a separator. They are already separated over here. Now if I want to kind of like, we can readjust this, right? If you right click here, okay, you come down again over here, order padding 0, and then I'm gonna put 0 here again, close this, and you will see everything is clean now. There is no separator with it, right? You see there is no separator, so everything is clear. We have the total complaint, we do have the bank account, we do have the credit card. Now there is something that I want to take care of here, right? You see the bank account is at the top, and then we have the figure, so the number at the bottom. I want to do the same with total complaints. I want the complaints to be at the top, and then the other one to be at the bottom. To do that, we can just go back to the total complaint, which is KPI 2. Okay, great. So this is what we want to edit here, right? And I want to put this at the top and then the other one at the bottom. And to do that, we can just go ahead and take this out, cut it, bring this down, and then put this at the top. Okay, so this is what I want to do. We apply this, okay, and then it's been taken care of. Now when you come back to your dashboard, you will see the total complaints at the top, and then like the other one, which is good, right? Now the next thing we want to do here is maybe to think of a separator and then separate each of these measures one by one. We don't have to do that, right? We do not have to do that, but if we do need to do that. Here's what we could do actually, right? We can go back here to the dashboard here, okay, and then look up, and we can add up like a text. Okay, I can add up actually a blank line. Okay, I can add up a blank here. Okay, I can add up like some blank here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it floating. Okay, and then when we do that, you grab it here. I'm going to readjust the blank. Okay, this is something that I just want to show you. I'm not going to do this right here. I'm going to show you if you want to put a separator between each of these measure right here, that you can do so. What you need to do here is just to go to layout, okay, and then you want to readjust the position, the size, the width, and then the height. Okay, you can make like the width like 3, and then the height you can make it like, I don't know, like let's say 60. Okay, and then clearly you can see what we have here. Okay, we have something very little here, and then you can just drag it here, and again you can work on this again. The background is kind of lighter. I can change the background and put some color on it, so we can work on this one. The background, I can make it, because the separator, right, I can make it the same color as the background color right here, and then we can drag this here, okay, and then put it somewhere here as a separator to separate the total account. Put them, one after the other here. And again, the background is not something I could actually keep the same background as is here, or if I want to, I could change the background, right? So the height is not kind of something I want to keep. It's kind of smaller. Let me make it 80. Okay, 80 should be fine. And then the color, I'm contemplating, what if we change the color? Oh, again, yes. So the separator here, let's see. So yeah, I think I need to move this upward. Okay, this is great. Now the color is not, let me see if I could change the color into something different. Let's see how this is gonna go down, or something darker. Something darker might not be bad. I was thinking of putting something blue. I don't know if the blue will be fine, because this is about designing something anyway. Yeah, this is great. So we keep this one as is, and we can create many more. And again, this is just something, I don't want this video to be very long, right? But if I was to create something like this, I would have to create as many as possible. So I can create another, I can put in there another, I can add up another blank here and make it the same size. Okay, so we can actually go back here to the dashboard, add another blank, and do the same thing, right? Add a blank here, make it floating, and readjust it. So we do the same thing. You go to load, and voila. Now we have separated everything. I think this looks way better. I think I want to change this as well. This color, everything is red in here, so I want to change this to red. So you just go back to our second API here. Okay, you go to test, okay, the test, and then you change this right here to red. Okay, so you want to change this from black to something red. Okay, reddish. Okay, change this. Okay, you want to put red here. All right, great. Apply this. Okay. Oh no, yeah, I think we're fine. Okay, then we go back to the dashboard. Everything now looks similar, which is amazing. Now one last thing, okay, one last thing I want to do is just to look at this title. Okay, yearly complaint train, whatever. I think they looks kind of bigger. They shouldn't have the same size as the title of the dashboard, so we want to reduce this size into something smaller, like say 12. That will be better. We can apply and see how it looks. Okay, 12 should be better. Okay, okay, and again it didn't change. Okay, let's highlight this, apply this. Yeah, 12 is better, so we keep it 12. Okay, I'm going to update everything in here. Okay, we want to change this as well. Okay, just double click on it, change the size to something 12, apply this, and okay. All right, we want to do the same here, highlight everything here, change the size from 15 to 12. You apply this, and then okay. So this is kind of better to me, quite good. And one last thing I'm gonna do, maybe instead of keeping them on the left side, I want to have them on the right side, so we can do that as well. Okay, instead of having this on the left side, we can put it, we can center it. Okay, apply, center. I think this is better to me to center this down. Okay, so double click on this. Okay, we want to make it 12, and then center, and then center. Okay, apply this. Cool. We do the same here, double click on this. Okay, we want to make this 12. Okay, we want to center, this is not 10, I want to make it 12. Okay, apply this. Okay, great. So I think one left is just the trend here. Okay, I say 12 is fine. I want to make it center, apply, and then okay, go back to the dashboard, and then everything is now fine. Everything looks great, right? I don't know if the darker color that I choose here is fine instead of choosing black for each of them. I don't know if I should put something like blue. I'm just thinking light blue. This is something that I'm thinking. Again, this is this is kind of designing, right? You do not have to keep this color. It is up to you. But because all of the the figure in there, and then there's the names are all darker, I think it's better to keep it black as is. So this is fine like that. I'm gonna keep it that way. So this is actually what I have for this dashboard. Again, there is much to be done here, so it is up to you. You can do some readjustment. Oh, one last thing, the parameter actually here, we need to make sure that they are working. Okay, if I change this to bank account, I should have this right. Okay, if I change this to debt, I should have my debt right here. Okay, if I change this to loans, I should have the loan, and clearly you can see the figure are changing even on the map side. Okay, they are changing here. Okay, if we change this to all should be shown, right? Yeah, so this is working. Okay, it's perfectly working well. And so yeah, so the dashboard is working. And again, when you come down to layout, okay, when you come down to the layout, you can look at the devices and see how this work with different devices. Okay, by default this is phone. You can go to devices here, okay, and then you can choose the devices here. Okay, device type. Okay, by this is a default, so you can change this to desktop. So on a desktop, that's how it will look. Okay, obviously desktop is a kind of that's how it will look. Your dashboard will look like this on a desktop. Okay, yeah, so you can do all this readjustment needs to be made here, so to make sure actually, and this is because it's automatic, right? I did not choose a size. This is automatic. If I was to choose a size, it's not going to do that. It's going to stay on the screen, exactly on the screen. But because I choose automatic, so definitely this is something kind of be automatic, and you can change. And this is a generic desktop, and you can keep on changing if you want to see another desktop, right? So this is like iPad. On an iPad, this is how your dashboard will, this is how the dashboard will actually this is how it will be shown on a desktop. Okay, this is not bad. I think it's great. Just that these need to be a little bit readjusted here. Other than that, I think we cool. Okay, what else? And again, I can change this color instead of having something dark. I think this is not bad. It's better to have the same thing here. I could put something like red I was thinking of, or blue actually. So we can change actually the color of the title, right? So you can edit the title and then change the color instead of having something, I don't know, something dark. You can change this color. If you don't like this color at all, okay, you can change this and put maybe something I don't know, blue or light blue. I don't know if this is something that you want to do. Okay, and then you change the color. So I don't know if this will be fine by you. Yeah, so again, that's how it will look on an iPad, and you can change this medium desktop. That's how it will look, and you can scroll down to see and so on, right? And so on, a large and so on. So, and you can change this from desktop to tablet. This is how your it will look in a tablet. I think this is great. To be honest, this looks great. Okay, it's just that some little yeah. So over here you see this is how it will look. I think this is amazing. Quite honestly, this looks great to me. It's just that this product that is now that needs to maybe to be readjusted to make it kind of bigger to fit your screen. Other than that, I think this is great. And again here on the phone, right, this is how it will look on the phone. So a phone, you need to scroll, so you need to scroll up, to see everything. That's how it will look on a phone and so on. And again, remember, I'm using automatic here. Like I was saying, the size automatic. If I were to set the size, we will have a way, a much more different view, based on the device that we are using. The preview will be different whether you are using a phone, a tablet, or a desktop and so on. Yeah, so again, I think over here we could readjust this and make it bigger. We could push this one upwards. Looks great. This is not bad, so let's keep it that way. Okay, so this is actually what I have for this video. I will say thank you for watching this, and then I will see you on the next one.